Okay, so I was saying that we have concluded a partnership uh, with the university that will be issuing your many MBA certifications. We have a working relationship with them to guarantee that our students can get uh, 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 admissions to do a full master's in business administration on a partial scholarship and not on a full 2-year program or full 1-year program, but they do it less at a lesser time, right? And then we have another partnership with SkyHigh University and Joybert uh, uh, Business School in Switzerland. And these guys are, as I was saying, these guys are among the top 3 best business schools in Switzerland. And with the university that is it's formally called ZEBS, but the full name is Zurich Elite Business School in Switzerland. Zurich Elite Business School in Switzerland. You can also check them out if you want to on the internet. We also have a partnership with them whereby when our students finish, our students can complete now a full master's degree in business administration within a period of 3 months and 6 months, and also on a partial scholarship, right? Because you've already done 3 months and we have informed them that the 3 months is intensive and there are some activities that we get to do. So that's the good news about the professional impact. So like it's fast track. If you are somebody who understands how the business world works, if you look at the cost of getting an MBA, I did an MBA, I know how much it costs, right? The cost of getting an MBA and sometimes the time that we get to do that can be so difficult and so challenging for you. So that is one, that's a professional impact of the mini MBA program for you. Now, the program structure. The program structure. You all know that the program will run on Mondays and Tuesdays, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Now, this 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. is tentative and to challenge you to create time, because majority of your courses will be, they are recorded sessions. And that's why we're bringing this model since the last batch because of network issues. So we have recorded courses that have been recorded already that we'll be sending to you so they can create time and study. And we know that we are dealing with busy executives, so you don't get to miss classes and so on and so forth. But then we are also creating time. Every week there's a live session like this, where I'm going to have a live session with you guys for us to handle some of the challenges that are arising from the courses that you have taken and so on and so forth. And I want you to note that one important part about the structure of the program includes the kind of activities that we do. There's something we call business wars, meaning that by next week, we're going to divide you guys into groups. And in these groups, we're going to look at practical case studies that are happening around us. We're going to take business partnerships. We're going to take business challenges by companies facing around us. And we're going to gather information or a news link to that business issue and send to you to study. And one of the goals we're going to have is, as business expert, design a strategy, design strategies, and use to battle with each executive. What does that mean? If group 1 is presenting against group 2, when group 2 present their strategies, group 1 can counteract and challenge group 2 that their strategies are wrong and we have the best strategies. And then they present their own strategy. Now, we are trying to teach executives the art of competition, because there's no way you will survive in business without the art of competition. And then your assignments are very practical. Your assignments are very, very practical. We don't do theoretical assignments. Our assignments are, you learn this lesson. How do you practice in your business? Can you develop a framework and teach us, show us how you're going to practice this lesson in your business? I want to see it very practical. Want to see a process that you go through to implement that. And we want you to note that we issue transcripts. You will receive transcripts from, you are going to receive transcript. You're not going to receive certification. It's not, this is not an attestation that we're giving you. No, it's beyond that. You will receive transcripts which you can use. People have used these transcripts in different areas. I want to show you a sample of a transcript from the last class so you see what I'm talking about. You will be issued transcripts. Okay, I want to talk about this, then I share you the let me see. Okay, a moment. I want to show you this. I want to show you a transcript before I talk about how we do marks, how we track your marks and track your performance in through the many MBA programs. So when I'm mentioning the things, you get to understand how important the stuffs are for us. So apart from the certificates that you will get as a certified executive that have gone through the program, you're going to receive transcript like this, academic transcript. You will receive your name, university registration number. You're going to receive degree type, executive education, mini MBA. You're going to see institution, you see CELBMD Africa, clear partnership and all of that. You see all the modules you're going to have transcript, the credit value, score. You either have an A, a B plus, an A, and all of that. This was a very active student and all of that. Then it's signed by academic director, all of this. So I want you guys to be very conscious about this. The marks that you get that will go to your transcript will be reflected by the following. We don't do written exams. You guys are executives, so we teach you what you go and use in the business world. So we use the following to give you marks in each course. Number one, engagement. How you engage in assignments, how you engage in during the class session, how you engage regarding any activity that we are doing as far as that particular course is concerned. Number two is contribution. We are going to give you guys a lot of team exercises. We're going to give you guys a lot of time to contribute and say things about the topic. So if you stay quiet and you want people to force you to talk and all of that, it's not going to help you. Executives know how to talk. So this is not a place where you have to shy behind. There's no wrong answer. In the business world, there's no wrong answer. Everybody has a point of view. It's just how we analyze and build business models and frameworks out of it. There's nothing like a stupid response in business. Everybody has a point of view. A good executives take advantage of every point of view shared, and then they make a decision by analyzing the various alternatives. I will be teaching you guys all of that. So don't be shy. When you're shy, that's how you're losing marks. That's why you're losing, will not notice you. Okay, so we look at that, your kind of contribution when we finish, when a course is finished, or for example, when you have watched a course and it's time for discussions during a live session like this, we are paying attention to how you contribute. And we like to also there's what I call intelligent contribution. And there's a way you contribute and relates to your business. You get more marks. When you're saying something, oh, there's a lesson I learned, and like in my business right now, this is what I can do. Or in your office, if you're working, oh, there's this thing I learned, and in my office, what I'm going to do, right? That's so powerful. That's what we're looking at. We want this lesson to be very feasible, practical, and well executed as far as this is concerned. The next thing that we look at is questions. The kind of questions and how you react to questions. Number one, the questions you ask me, because again, as I said, we're going to give a lot of live sessions, a lot of recorded sessions for you to go through. Then after that, when it's during sessions like this, we're not coming to teach. I'm coming for you to ask me questions from the courses you have listened to. and we look at that, the kind of questions you ask, and practical questions. We prefer questions like, okay, I learned this from the course. Now, I don't understand how I can execute this in my startup. I don't understand how I can execute this in my office where I currently work. Number two, the questions I ask the class. I'm going to be asking questions in class. So when I throw questions at you, then the people that get to react and share their point of view, not shying away, not staying behind, not sitting by the fence, that is not encouraged here. You put up your hand and say, okay, you know what, this is my contribution, what I want to bring to the table. Be in the conversation. Because our desire is that when executives leave this place, they are more confident. Number two, they have the ability now to drive intelligent conversation. In other words, I encourage you to make mistakes here in class. It's a smaller circle than to go and make mistakes out there in front of hundreds and thousands of people. So feel free, drive. Nobody will shout at you. Nobody will disrespect you. And that's one thing here. Please respect everybody. Treat everybody with love and kindness and respect. You don't know people's age here. You don't know where they're coming from. So don't go and disrespect somewhere that they lock you up for deformation, right? So what am I trying to say? Kindness, respect, support, encouragement is very, very important. So take note of these things. These are our own things we're looking at, because that is what works in the business world. There are some people that you cannot bargain very well in your own business. You cannot negotiate a deal very well. If they give you a mic to stand in front of people, you cannot talk sense. You cannot talk well that will influence people to make a decision and buy from you. But it takes practice to become like that. It takes consistent practice. It takes deep analysis. And you only learn to analyze by analyzing. You don't read analysis and no analysis. You do it. You practice it. Okay? So let's be conscious about that. And then the last thing that we also look at is critical thinking and communication. How you critically think. Like, for example, if I ask a question, sometimes you can take a few minutes and critically think and bring it from another perspective. We love things like that. It is important because a good executive understand how to look at things from different dimensions. And then how you communicate is important. Are you talking in a timid way? Are you talking with low self-confidence? Those things matter. We like executives who talk with high confidence, who talk with some vibrancy, who talks with some desire to contribute, who talk with a lot of courage because they enjoy what they're sharing and they're willing to be corrected and not shying behind. Because these are critical things that are very powerful in the business environment. So this is how we'll be rating you in each course. And same as WhatsApp group activities. Sometimes we give WhatsApp group activities and we ask all executives to record voice note and respond to the activities. So we're trying to engage you on all these ways that can just keep you on fire and become excellent executives as far as all of this is concerned. And I spoke about assignments. What is the structure of assignments? There are two primary ways to submit assignments in the mini MBA program. The main primary way is through PowerPoint presentations. It means that when we give you assignments, we are going to ask you that this assignment should be submitted in a PowerPoint. You're going to email it in a PowerPoint presentation. Number two, the second way to submit assignment is through Word document. You type it in a Word document and you email it to Laurentine or to Teresh, the team members that work with CELBMD Africa. So take note of that. We're saying a lot of that. Then one key thing that you need to note is the nature of the examination. Examinations are not written. Examinations are presented. Examinations are presented through a PowerPoint presentation. On the day of the examination, we are going to design the examination structure with questions on some of the selected courses that we have decided. When we pick out those courses, we create the examinations and we send to you to take about 1 week or 2 weeks to prepare maximum. When you prepare, each executive is given maximum 7 minutes to do their presentation, and they present all the examinations are designed around the work you do or around your business. It will not be abstract in any way. Not that. It will be around your business. For example, if we teach on marketing systems, the examination may be that design a marketing system for your startup and explain how you will execute this marketing system in your startup in the next 2 months. And we want it to be, don't do it for examination purposes. No, do it in a way that when you present it, we can believe you that this is a practical a framework that you can implement in your business after the mini MBA program. Okay, so these are some things that we take note of, and time is very important in the mini MBA program. We recognize that the abuse executives, some of you will need to leave work before you come and attend the class. So we understand that classes need to always end at exactly 9 o'clock, and we start all our classes on time. People who have attended any of my programs, online or offline, you know that if I say 7 a.m., it's 7 a.m., or 7 p.m., it is 7 p.m. It will start around that particular time. Okay, all right. So those are some important things that you need to know as we start the program. Please feel free now to raise some questions and some clarifications so that we can talk about it, and we can round up the orientation for today. Any questions? Do you know where to raise up your hand? There's a place on the Zoom section. Just look at where you are. Look at your smartphone or where you are, and then you can raise up your hand there, and then we're going to pick. Okay, I can see executive bill. As I said in the WhatsApp group, you address everybody, start with the word executive before you call somebody's name. Okay, executive Bill, executive Glory, executive Gladys, executive Hedwig, executive Sylvia, so on and so forth. Okay, any more hands? And if you are not where you can talk, you can raise it up and then you can text. You can indicate in the chat box your question. That is still fine. All right, let's go with executive Macha. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I'll get to know all your names with time. I hope I got Macha right.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. My question is about the assignments. Like you made mention of that, like that the assignments would need to be submitted either in, I don't know if you said either, but I don't know, are the assignments going to be submitted in PowerPoint and Word, or either of the two?
Either of. Okay, we receive in two main ways. When it's majority with PowerPoint, but we'll always indicate. If it's PowerPoint, we tell you, okay, please, this assignment must be submitted in PowerPoint in not more than 5 slides or 6 slides or so on. Okay, so we always indicate clearly this is an assignment to be submitted in PowerPoint or in Word document. Good, thank you for that. Yes, Solange.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Everybody.
Good evening.
No, I wanted to talk about the PowerPoint also.
Yeah,
so I don't know anything about PowerPoint.
You have just finished me today. Solange, you have finished me today. Do you have a laptop?
Not yet, but I have a.
But you have a phone, right? You have a phone, so go and download PowerPoint. Go and watch. PowerPoint is a software that you use and you display things. You display written things or pictures. It's very easy to use. So you can watch videos on YouTube about how to design a PowerPoint. And that's one thing, we add things like this on it so that we can stretch some people to know some new things that are important in the executive world. You will know some business now. You don't know presentations from PowerPoint to Google Docs and so on and so forth. Okay, anybody who is not versed in the PowerPoint, please make sure you go use your phone, download one, and learn how to use a PowerPoint presentation. After this, remind me to share a video that teaches you how to use a PowerPoint presentation. It is a must. We will not accept, we don't accept, if we say PowerPoint, it is PowerPoint. If you submit in something else, we'll never look at it. We'll just give you 0 on it. So you need to make sure you know how to do that. Yes, Executive Bill.
Thank you very
Thank
much
you, sir.
for giving me the floor, Executive Dr. Joybert. So my name is Bill. I'm a medical doctor, and I'm happy to be here. My question is, the last thing you said, I did not quite get about the time frame of the class. Your speaker kind of went down, so I did not hear. You said 7 o'clock, and I heard 9 o'clock, and I did not really hear the other part. And then the second thing is, would there be along the course of along the 3 months, would there be any study materials that will be provided for us that we'll have to download by? And if so, can we know that in advance already?
Okay. All right. Very, very good questions. As I was saying, sorry if my internet was not that good at that time. Classes will run on Mondays and Tuesdays from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And as I said, this is just to push you to create more time for that. The majority of the classes are recorded. You'll be receiving links to these classes that you can even watch around any of the times. But we also encourage executives to create time within the day, dedicate 2 hours at least, 2 hours on Mondays, 2 hours on Tuesdays, and study and start doing your assignments. Again, there will be live sessions like this where I'll be coming and we're going to focus, okay, you went through this course. We'll give you questions, we'll ask us questions, and we'll give you assignments, remind you about the assignments, and that proceed. Okay, so that's the structure of it, to make sure that we are not leaving anyone behind and nobody is working a lot under so much pressure, because we recognize that many of you are workers, you run businesses, or you're working in different companies, and we need to respect that part of your life because it's important. Okay. Yes, Giselle.
Sorry, the second thing about study material.
Okay, yes, study material. If there are any study materials, we always send different study materials. There could be short articles. There could be, we are taking this to be very real and very practical. Sometimes there are some things that I could see in the business world, and I said, okay, I executive study this. We're going to talk about it in class next week or in the next 2 days. Sometimes there could be additional YouTube videos. Okay, this is something important I need to know as business people and all of that. So we're always sending those kind of stuff that are very real life experiences and practice. If there is any book that you need, we always give you books that you can just download from the WhatsApp group, or you can send them through your email. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Yes, Giselle.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Thank you for this opportunity. Actually, my question was answered by the first executive, sir. I just text.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm so grateful and excited.
Okay, looking forward to an amazing session. Yes, Executive Events.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, all executives present. My question has been answered. It was about the PowerPoint issue, and it has been answered already.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right. Awesome. Yes, Executive Hilda. Is Brunhilda there? Maybe you're on mute. Can you unmute yourself? Wait, let me see. She's not on the mic. Yes, Executive Yannick, go ahead. Executive Yannick, are you there? Or it was an error?
No, it wasn't an error, Doctor. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening, fellow executives. So my question goes thus. because we know that there are cases where we have inevitable contingencies. For example, these network issues.
Yes.
Let me take, for example, cases where we have an exam or we have a presentation, and maybe one of the presenters has a network issue. How do we solve that?
Yes, especially in terms of exams, there are always different ways. Something like exams run for more than 2 sessions, like more than 2 days, because of the number of students. So at least day 1, day 2, that's worst case scenario. In a worst case scenario, you will have to record your presentation and find and upload on a platform so that we can watch it and send us the link. But you must do it. That's the underlying factor.
Okay,
yes.
Okay, Doctor. No, it's understood.
There are different ways to leverage on technology, and you get to do that. But the last case scenario is you record yourself on a video, or somebody records you during the presentation, and then we give you a link to upload the video into that, and then we can we now watch from there and now give you the various ratings that we have to give you. So no worries.
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
All right. Executive Kuma.
Yeah, boss, good evening. Good evening to all the executive.
Good evening.
Yeah.
What's so funny?
Let me not start in a bad way. But then I must act. For any reason, if at the end of the examination somebody cannot make it, will the person be given an opportunity to repeat?
Yes. You will join the next class. There's always a next class.
All right. It's not
okay. Executive Brunhilde, are you there? Is Brunhilde there? Okay, her hand is down. I guess it was just an error. Yes, Executive Sylvia, are you there?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Doctor, for this opportunity. Good evening, dear executives.
Good evening.
Doc, I want to find out if in the course of our 14 programmed class, we'll have a visual session where a physical meeting session.
For now, there is no projected. Maybe the only probable physical meeting is the going to meet at the graduation. But sometimes for those who are in Douala, so I always organize a come together and we meet in my office in Douala and just chit chat. But since like now, people are from different locations and different countries right now, it's hard to do a physical location because some people will be excluded. So if we're doing a physical meeting, the office always an extracurricular something, not like it's part of the program, because majority will not be here. I think more than 70% of this class, they are not in Douala. So sometimes it's hard for travels and all of that. I always understood.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. All right. So any other question? Any other question?
Take it.
Okay. If there's no other question, then everybody, thank you so much for creating time for this. And please let's be ready. It will be so much fun. And I'm also looking forward to learning from everybody. Many of you have amazing experience in running your own businesses, and you're going to teach your fellow colleagues, and you will learn from you also perfect business practices and frameworks and policies and so on. And if you are available, and you can be in Douala, you're in Douala next Saturday, I will invite you for the graduation that we are having for the first 3 badges. So we combine them, we're graduating them on the feed on Saturday, the feed this like after in 3 days, 4 days time or so. And they are all together, the first 3 badges are all together 107 executives from about 8 countries. Some are able to fly into the country for the graduation, some will not be able to fly to the country and so on, but it's going to be so much fun and exciting. It's also mixed up with the summit, the Peak Performance Summit, so it's going to be very, very exciting. If you have time, please come. You have free access, of course, as you're already students in the program. So looking forward to meeting all of you. Some of you we have not met, so if you don't introduce yourself and say that you're the fourth batch of the mini MBA, I may not recognize. So please pardon me and do that so we can take selfies together. All right. Okay, people. I'm happy to see that. Happy to see the crypto queen. You're going to teach us how to do crypto, right? We have a class on crypto and so on. Crypto expert will be leading a class on crypto, and you'll be excited about that. All right, people, thank you so much, and looking forward to our first class that we're going to have, and then we continue like that for the next 3 months. All right, do have a great night ahead, and enjoy the rest of the week, and happy New Month. Cheers.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Cheers.